No, as a tribute to our American friends, I want to give them a little bit of information about one of the most important staples in Canadian history, probably Atlantic Canadian history in the maritime region, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and PI. This has fed more people and kept more people alive than anything else. Some people put it with a regular sandwich. Some people cut it up and put it on pizza. Some boil it and serve it with mustard or hot sauce or whatever. Some just basically eat it out of the package. Popular versions include obviously maple leaf, which I think built most of its success through the years on this product, and also Gainer is probably the best of this product ever had. So anything you want to know about bologna will be this podcast. Now, known as bologna, but also bologna sausage, informally bologna, Baloney, or as we like to call Don Maloney for Toronto Maple Leafs, bologna Maloney. It's a sausage derived from Italian mortadella, a similar-looking finely ground pork sausage named after the city of Bologna. Now, typical seasonings for it include black pepper, nutmeg, allspice, celery seed, and coriander. And like mortadella, myrtle berries give it its distinctive flavor. High fat, but again, gives you calories. One other common names include palise. In Hungary, Romania, the countries of the former Yugoslavia, Poloni. In Zimbabwe, Zambia, South Africa, and Western Australia. Devon in most states of Australia. In Fitz, in South Australia. In North America, a simple and popular use is the bologna sandwich. In the southern United States, a bologna cake exists, which is bologna slices layered with seasoned cream cheese to make the appearance of a cake. Now, high in sodium and not recommended to have more than 3 slices a day, but like I said, kept a lot of people alive back in the day because we were so poor growing up. We homemade bread with bologna sandwich and Miracle Whip and ketchup and or mustard was kept us alive, good 500 calories at least. Aside from pork, bologna can be made of chicken, turkey, beef, venison, a combination of meats, or soy protein. U.S. government regulations do require American bologna to be finely ground and without visible pieces of fat. Now, Lebanon bologna is a Pennsylvania Dutch prepared meat. While called bologna, it is cured, smoked, and fermented semi-dry beef sausage, similar to salami. Now, in the UK, Ireland, and Western Australia, a polony is a finely ground pork and beef sausage. The name, likely derived from bologna, has been used since the 17th century. The modern product is usually cooked in a red or orange skin and is served as cold slices. In New Zealand, polony is a type of cocktail cocktail sausage with pink or red artificially colored skin similar to but much smaller than a saveloy. Miniature polonies in New Zealand are called Cheerios and are eating boiled. Cheerios, yes. Happy tots. South African polony is similar to bologna in constitution and appearance and is typically inexpensive. Large diameter, artificially colored pink polonies are called French polony, with thinner rolls referred to simply as polony. Garlic polony is also widely available. Now, in 2018, a South African factory that produced polony and other processed meats was associated with a listeria outbreak that killed approximately 260 people and sickened 1,000. Pretty freaky. Now, rag bologna, which I've had before, is a long stick or chub of high-fat bologna native to West Tennessee, and of course, in the surrounding area unavailable elsewhere. It's traditionally sold wrapped in a cloth rag and has a higher content of filler than a regular bologna. Milk solids, flour, cereal, and spices are added during processing, and a roll of bologna is bathed in lactic acid before being coated in paraffin wax. It is generally eaten on white bread with mustard and pickles, but also a staple of family gatherings where thick slices are smoked and barbecued along with other meats. Now, the first cousin to rag bologna, of course, wax bologna, very popular in Newfoundland and we eat across Canada, mostly true with maple leaf, is sliced thickly and fried, which is referred to as a Newfie steak. Now, ring bologna is much smaller in diameter than standard bologna. It is better suited for slicing and serving on crackers, eaters of steak, or hors d'oeuvre. It is generally sold as an entire link rather than sliced. The link is arranged as a semicircle or ring when prepared for sale, hence the name. Pickled bologna is usually made from ring bologna soaked in vinegar and typical pickling spices. It is also usually served in chunks as a cold snack. Now, various vegetarian and vegan versions of bologna are available. A typical UK recipe uses soy and wheat protein, in place of lean meat and palm oil instead of fat together with starch, carrageenan, and flavorings. It can be eaten cold or cooked in the same ways as traditional bologna. Now, of course, the most perfect way you can have bologna is the North American staple, the bologna sandwich. You can put anything you want in the bologna sandwich, although a lot of people do not like having cheese slices, but cheese whiz. Now, also known as a bologna sandwich, Baloney, it is traditionally made from sliced bologna sausage between slices of white bread, along with various condiments such as Miracle Whip, mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, and again, sometimes pickles. A lot of people don't like it on white bread. It doesn't taste the same on whole wheat, so that's why it's so popular. Now, it's a regional specialty in numerous portions of the eastern Canada and eastern U.S., the Midwest, Appalachia, and the South. It is a sandwich served at lunch counters of small family-run markets that surround numerous rural communities. And fried bologna sandwiches can be found on restaurant menus throughout the States and Canada. The fried version is likewise sometimes sold as concession stands at stadiums, like those of the Cincinnati Reds. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's called a jumbo. In Knoxville, Tennessee, the sandwich referred to in local slang is a Lonsdale ham sandwich, after a less affluent neighborhood of Lonsdale and Knoxville. In Oklahoma, barbecue bologna is often smoked for sandwiches. Now, many variations exist, including frying the meat first and adding various garnishes such as cheese or cheese slices, pickles, tomatoes, and onions. So, high fat, contact, high sodium. I wouldn't recommend people eat this on a regular basis because it can be a little bit dangerous unless you get the low fat version. Now, the king of bologna across Canada is obviously is Maple Leaf in Canada. I don't think with most people in Canada we sometimes say Maple Leaf bologna, and it's basically to the acquired taste. Most young people basically see it as kind of a poor person's dish. We had to eat it growing up as a regular basis because all sometimes you had was the butt end of the bread, and there's all beef bologna as well, which is very popular, very expensive right now. And according to published reports, now there's some low-fat options, but the typical Maple Leaf bologna, again, you know what I'm talking about. It's usually thicker slices and the big plastic kind of. It looks like a weapon, like a bomb. And once you taste it, you'll never forget it. I typically don't like all beef bologna. I've never had, but the kind of the chicken style. But I had an uncle who's still living. Of course, I don't know why he's still living, but he used to boil his bologna and eat it just with mustard, 3 pounds, and you gotta make the food work when you can. So that's a story of one of the best staples in Canadian history, bologna. If you like what we're doing here with our kind of food podcast, let us know what I like, comment, subscribe, or share. Have a bologna sandwich tonight, and think of me. By the way, bologna sandwich, my favorite bologna sandwiches, homemade bread. My Aunt Valerie, that's a plug up in Gravel, New Brunswick. Homemade bread, 2 slices of bologna, and in between a little bit of pepper mustard and a little bit of hot sauce, and a little bit of Miracle Whip. Just gotta love it. Have a good one. Bye.